Today I'm picking up my new car. So I am currently in a warehouse at the NEC in Birmingham. And I'm going to give you the breakdown of what car I basically got. I'm also going to tell you the numbers behind it. But as you know, if you've been following me, I had a crash about 3 and a bit weeks ago, which has basically rendered my Model S a complete loss, a total loss. So I preemptively went ahead and ordered this car, and this is collection day. So I wasn't feeling excited about it until I physically just saw it. But we're doing an inspection right now, and I'll show you the car in a moment. I'm very excited actually, I can't lie. Alright, okay, I've just done a really brief inspection of the car. It looks okay. Paintwork is really good. There are no noticeable nicks that I can observe. One thing that I have been dreading collecting this car is the feedback that you get when you are collecting your car with Tesla. They're not known for having the best collection day experience, and the cars oftentimes are in a state. There's nothing that I've been able to spot just yet, so that's good. I'm sure over the next couple of days or so I'll probably spot something, and I think the policy is you have 100 miles to report any defects to Tesla once the car has left the collection point. That can be a little bit concerning because, you know, sometimes you don't notice things until a few days in. So we're going to see how that basically pans out. But as you can see at the collection point right here, there are quite a few Model Ys and Model 3s being sold, ready to be collected, I should say. And so, look, obviously I have Tesla stock. We've spoken about Tesla as a investment vehicle on the channel. They are going a long way. And I've got a Model Y, which is their best-selling car altogether. So we're going to see how this pans out as an experience for my Model Y. There are a few things that I do want to talk about, which I know are going to be very, very different, but we'll do that shortly. I've just picked up the car, left the collection point. I'm now in St Andrews in Birmingham, because this is the supercharging station. So I thought I'd just talk you through a couple of things. The model that I've actually got, so the variant, I want to talk through some things that I'm going to miss in my old car, some upgrades that I feel this new car is going to deliver to me as a day-to-day user, and maybe some other bits and pieces as well. But let's start first and foremost with the model that I've got. So this is a Model Y, and this is a base model. So I haven't gone for a long range, I haven't gone for a performance. If I'm completely honest, I had two options. I could finance this, or I could cash in investments and spend that money on the car, which I didn't want to do. So financing this was the best option for me. And I'll walk through the finance numbers a little bit later on. But this is the base model. Now the base models, they come pretty well equipped. So you've got heated steering wheel, you've got heated seats, you've got panel roof all over. Autopilot comes standard. You have Sentry mode. There's a lot of stuff that they've packed into this car as standard. And typically, if you're going to be looking at this from maybe a BMW or a Mercedes, you might have to pay extra for a few of these things. So there's a lot packed in standard. The model up from the one that I have is a dual motor long range, and that means that you're going to get longer mile range from it. I think about over 300. In this variant that I'm sitting in right now that I've got, it's about they say 280. I think real world, and considering I have the 20-inch rims, I think I'm going to get maybe about 250 roughly is what I'm thinking. So the long range is about 300, just over 300, I think 331. I'll put it on screen here. And then the one up from that is the performance, which is essentially the daddy. Now, the performance is rapid, it's quick. You're talking 0 to 60, 3.6 seconds, which is comparable and pretty much identical to the Model S that I have currently. And I'm going to miss my Model S, I'm not going to lie. I've had that car now for 9 years. I put a lot of miles on it, and it's a shame it's been written off, but you know, this is, I guess that's how the cookie crumbles. One of the first things that I'm going to miss is the performance, that instant torque. When you put your foot on the pedal, you are gone, you don't have to wait. This one doesn't have that level of power. This is slower. 0 to 60 is 6.6, I believe. So I'm going to miss that instant torque, that instant performance, being able to zip in and out of traffic. The other thing that I'm going to miss is supercharging. So I'm at supercharger right now, and I have to pay for supercharging from now on. Now, a couple of months ago, Tesla did announce that they would allow existing orders like myself to buy a new Model Y or a new Model S and transfer, or Model 3 for that matter, and transfer the existing free supercharging to the new car. And trust me, I tried that because it would have saved me a lot of money. But Tesla being Tesla, Elon being Elon, there is obviously a catch. And the catch was that if you transferred, or if I transferred my free supercharging from that car onto this one, I would have to pay an extra 7% in APR for the car financing. And when I did the numbers, it just didn't add up. What I think I have got in this car in terms of an upgrade is tech. And that's the reason why I went for a new Model Y and a brand new car. Brand new car because of the way I financed it, really. It made better sense than buying a second-hand one. But the tech in this thing is so much better. I mean, my Model S, my old Model S, believe me, feels like an antique compared to this. The tech is completely up to date. It's so much newer, it's so much fresher. Simple things like the regen, when you take your foot off the accelerator, how much it regens and pulls back the car. You notice that immediately. What else do I need to talk about? On this car, I've got the 20-inch rims. I can't do anything that doesn't have nice rims on it. Every car that I've had has had nice rims on it, and I just couldn't bear the thought of getting the standard wheels on this Model Y. I don't like the way they look, and maybe that's me just being a little bit vain, but I am very particular about that type of stuff. So 20-inch wheels are great. I've been driven this thing. I've got charge pads down in the center console right here. I've got a few accessories that I've already put in here. I'm going to be looking forward to enjoying this car and getting used to this car in comparison to the Model S. Next, I need to go through the finance numbers with you, and we'll do that shortly. Alright, so let's get to the numbers, because I know that's what you're going to be interested in. So the sticker price for this car, prior to a discount that I got, was just over £48,000. So within the Tesla app, you can refer friends, so I referred myself because they allow you to do that. So I got £250 off the price. So with the £250 discount included, the cash price for the car is £47,940. Now, I've done this via my business, and I'll talk a little bit as to why I've done it via my business in a moment. But I put £12,000 as a deposit into the car itself, which brings that the amount that I financed is £35,940. Now, term-wise, I didn't want to tie myself into a 36 or 48-month term. I just think it's too long. So I went for a 26-month term altogether. And the goal here really was to make sure that I wasn't paying any more than about £550, which I almost exceeded at because the monthly payments for this came in at £553.14 per month. Now, there is a balloon payment on the car as well. So after the 2-year agreement is finished, the balloon payment is £23,930.81. Now, many people will ask, and I did ask myself, and I spent time researching this as well, what about leasing? Now, the issue that I had with trying to source a leasing deal was that I couldn't find a comparable Model Y in the spec that I wanted with the mileage that I need in the contract as well. They were all coming up way more expensive. So the interest rate on this business PCP is 2.9%. And this is where, the numbers become very, very important, because I spoke about the fact that I decided not to transfer my supercharging over to the new car. If I had done that, the interest rate would have gone from 2.9 to 9.9% a year because of the 7% surcharge for transferring your supercharging over to the new car. So 2.9 is a pretty good rate, which has really helped me keep down the cost of the financing. And from a leasing point of view, I couldn't find anything comparable. Now, the reason why I've done this via the business is because I am VAT registered, so I have some VAT benefits here. And I'm going to have to pay benefit in kind as an individual, but speaking to my accountant and going through the numbers, that's only going to be in the hundreds of pounds per year and not the thousands of pounds per year. So I kind of get the benefit here. And the big benefit is that the monthly payments are £553.14, but once you strip out VAT, which I can claim back via my business, I'm actually getting this car for £460.95 per month, which makes this a lot more palatable
than doing it via a personal PCP, because I wouldn't be able to claim back the VAT in any way, shape or form. So I've done it via my business because the business is going to pay for it, and everything associated with the run upkeep of this car. So things like, I could even put the insurance, but I haven't this year. I could put the insurance through the business again, which will be something that would reduce my corporation tax. It's a business expense, and that's another thing as well. Business expense, business allowables. Charging for the vehicle is going to be done via the business, so I'm not actually going to be paying for this myself. The one thing that Tesla has introduced, what I don't necessarily like, which I had in my Model S, is now you have to pay for premium connectivity, and that is constant 5G Wi-Fi service, cellular service, and that is essential for the systems in the car, for sat-nav, for anything really, for you to be able to stream, because you can have Netflix and Disney in the vehicle, YouTube in the vehicle. You have to pay monthly for that, which is $9.99 per month. So again, that's going to be a business cost. So all of the cost, the upkeep, tires, MOT, all of that would be paid via the business. It's not going to be a personal cost to me, which is a huge benefit as well. Would I have preferred to have been in the position? The answer is no. The goal with the Model S was to run it into the ground and try and get to 200,000 miles. In the end, with it being written off right now, we have about 179,000 miles on the car over the course of 9 years, which I think is pretty good going. But if I could go back and change anything, I would have preferred to have just kept the Model S. But this is where we are, and this seemed like the best decision and the best option for me to go down personally, given my circumstances. If you're sourcing a car right now, you're trying to find a car, you've got to try and find the best deal for you. This is the one that best worked for me, doing it via my business. I still can't get past the idea that the fact that cars are still just terrible investments. It will lose value over time. There's no doubt about that. So it's kind of dead money to a certain extent. But doing it via business it softens that blow ever so slightly. But there we are. Those are the numbers. I hope you enjoyed this video. I will see you in the next video, which will be in the next couple of days or so. But cheers. Thanks for watching.